What is up, guys? Welcome back to Rip City Rundown. We've just watched our first Blazer basketball game since the end of the season, the Summer League opener against the Rockets. Unfortunately, the Blazers just got actually, funny, I just think about this, .9 against the Rockets in 2014. Well, they just .6'd us. So we lose 100-99. Scoot made his debut. Unfortunately, got injured. We'll get into that, and we'll talk about how we thought about the first performance of the Summer League. Who was the star of the show for the Blazers West?
I was Scoot Henderson. He did leave in the third quarter with a shoulder injury, but he looked great. I thought he looked pretty mature for a point guard who's 19 years old. That 2 years in the G League will do that for you. And the thing that I was impressed the most about by Scoot was his ability to play at his own pace, his ability to use his body. I saw a couple times coming off screens, he had the defender on his hip and was able to dish out of the pick and roll, not necessarily to the roller, but finding Chris Murray in the corner for a three, I believe, found Shaden for a three, even Jabari I think he got involved with. But yeah, his body control, his just the pace he plays at his own pace, his change of direction, his change of pace is, I don't want to say it's elite, but from what I saw, it definitely exceeded my expectations. So I am excited for what I saw from Scoot.
Yep. Athletic. He's big, 6'2". He's just muscular.
Yeah, well, he's not tall, but like big as in just like he literally looks like a bulldog.
Yeah,
there's that clip on
Twitter
of him just like.
He had 15 points,
Yeah.
5 for 13 shooting. Out of the gates, I think he hit his first 4 shots without a miss. I want to say, and at that point we were arguing if he would never miss a shot in his NBA career.
Well, I feel like people are. I'm going to do this. We're all going to just subconsciously do this, but because Dame was such a great shooter, we're going to judge Scoot on if he can make shots or not, which is not really fair. Which is not fair. But that's just going to take a little bit to get over the fact that he's not the same player as Dame, and he's not going to have step back threes, and he'll probably never have Austin Rivers prime. He just won't.
He probably will not have Austin Rivers prime. To go through the stats, Scoot had 15 points. Shaden Sharp was the leading scorer with 21 points.
He looked good. Of course.
Henderson shot better, though, than Sharp. Sharp was 7 for 21. Scoot was 5 for 13. So,
yeah.
I think Sharp, looking at Sharp play this game, I almost, knew the pressure wasn't on. You could just tell
How
that.
many threes did Sharp take?
He took 9 threes, made 3 of them. Yeah, he was hucking away. Jabari Walker got a double-double, 10 rebounds, 15 points.
Impressive.
Murray, 10 points. Baji, 4 points, 21 minutes. Henderson.
What was Repair's line?
Repair had 0 points. He had the Tony Snell game, unfortunately.
Nah.
No, he had a rebound, though. And an assist.
I liked what I saw from Jabari today. He obviously had a great summer league last year. I mean, we were talking about if he's steal a draft at this point last year. But 15 points, 10 rebounds. He looked really good rebounding the ball. He was the guy down low. I would say him and Baji were very good down low defensively. I felt like Baji his rim protection was, I mean, we're talking on a summer league scale. It was very good. He's a guy that we really don't know much about. Blazers signed him last year. He didn't play a game. He just sat at the end of the bench. Obviously, no G League team, so he wasn't down there. But I think he's going to be a guy that if he's not in the rotation because we are a rebuilding team, he's probably going to be the star of the G League team. So I liked what I saw from him for sure.
Yeah. One thing I do want to say is that while defensively Jabari and Baji looked good, 100 points in 40 minutes of basketball.
It's a lot of points.
It's a lot of points. It is summer league.
Rockets definitely turned it on in the second half. I mean, Jabari Smith, what did he end up with? 30 plus after having 4. And that also is probably the best team talent-wise we might play. I mean, obviously we'll play Wemby, but I think as a collective unit, that's a really good team. I mean, you're looking to Tari Eason and Jabari Smith were first-round picks last year. They have 2 first-round picks this year, and Cam Whitmore and Amen Thompson. So that's a good team we're playing against. Obviously, the Blazers lost the game last year in Summer League and still win the championship.
I don't care about winning the championship.
Yeah.
I would rather Scoot be healthy and just see him play more because his shoulder injury. I mean,
Shaden last year.
Yeah, we can talk about it. There was a lot of coincidences this game. One you alluded to early on in the video, the .6 Rockets shot. That's kind of funny.
That brings me to one point I wanted to make is that Dame .9 to the Rockets. Our first game as a franchise since Dame he's still part of the team, but first game that Dame is not playing on the team, they .6 us.
Why is that guy throwing the lob, by the way? I don't remember who it was exactly. It might have been the backup center, which was.
But that
that's summer league right there.
It was the backup point guard.
I mean, it was a tough shot. That was Smith that made it. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, Jabari Smith made it, but even shot. Jabari Walker fouling Smith on that 3. just, you know,
It was an open look. It's just bad defense.
that game is kind of a microcosm of what to expect from the Blazers this year in just the NBA season. There's going to be some moments, some games where Scoot's going to look like the next All-Star, next great All-Star, and there's going to be games where a rookie, Rupert or Chris Murray, just makes it like Chris Murray, dude. You gotta play Jabari Smith. You can't have Jabari Smith between you and the basket in a 2-point game. You just can't do that. Whether it's a 3 or 2.
Yeah, and
so that's just a learning curve for rookies, and Blazer fans have to be okay with taking the lumps there because that's what the front office chose to do.
Yeah, and the other coincidence was obviously Scoot going down with that injury, reflecting Sharp last year, his first summer league game. I mean, Scoot this year is what Sharp was last year, the prospect that we drafted, that trying to test out and see how good they are, and gets hurt in the first game. Don't know when he'll be back. I believe Sharp didn't play at all until opening night. He didn't play anymore, so
yeah, that sucks.
we're not sure about the status of the injury. We're hoping it's nothing. It is nothing serious. I hope. Fingers crossed.
So next game?
Next game, I think. I mean, I know we play the Hornets and Spurs at some point, and I think the Pistons. So
yeah,
I know next game is not tomorrow night, but the next night. So it'll be.
I think we play the Magic. We play Anthony Black.
Sunday night. That actually might be right. But overall, I liked what I saw. It was fun to watch them play. Scoot looked great out of the gate. He was playing with energy. Jabari, he was great throughout the game. I will say one thing we never mentioned was there was one active Trailblazer player in attendance, and that was Anthony Simons. So shout out Anthony for being there in support. I'm not sure who else it could have been.
It was him, Joe,
and then I think it was like Dwayne Hankins, who is another guy up there. I think he's like the director of something. But.
Okay, well, Joe Cronin was there, and I'll say this one thing. We can debate what the front office did and whether it's right or wrong, but I can see the vision. I see the vision. I saw Scoot and Shaden play together. We haven't had a Scoot and Shaden lob yet, but they both are young, athletic, and I think they both have defensive upside. I thought Scoot had some good defensive plays. He had a nice strip on Cam Whitmore, who was built like an absolute truck.
Who also. He might be a truck carrying a bunch of bricks because he was just tossing them left and right.
He was hucking the night.
Announcer kept going, "Oh, what a great game from Cam Whitmore," and he's got like 14 points on 14 shots. But that's
Shaden had 21 on 21.
Yep.
So
that's
one more question for you guys. Player of the game, who is it? If one of you say Scoot, say someone else for the other person.
I'll say I liked what I saw from Jabari Walker because I think he has a future with this team for sure.
I'll say Scoot. West.
So I can't say Scoot.
Can't say Scoot.
Okay, well then this guy's clearly not the player of the game, but I did like what I saw from John Butler in the limited minutes. Hit a 3. Okay, I thought he filled out his frame. He still looks super skinny, but he's, as Cole said, and I quote, he looks he's raw. What do you say? He said something weird, but he
raw talent.
I
think I said that about Repair.
Yeah, Repair. But yeah, John Butler looked. I don't know if he has a future with the team, but I liked what I saw from him tonight. And shout out, who's the guy? Antoine Davis. Antoine Davis. He's the second leading scorer all time in D1 history. Got some minutes tonight. Had a couple air balls up as well. But hey, it's summer league. If this was a video that we were making after a regular season game when we lost in that buzzer beater, we'd be a little more pissed. But it's more about
who cares.
It's about the development.
Hopefully Scoot is good.
Hopefully Scoot's good. That's the main thing because I just want to see him play, and I think him getting as many reps as he can before the season is key for this team if they want to be competitive at all, which is probably not the case. But still, anything else?
I think that's all we got. So we're gonna have 3 more summer league games guaranteed. No, we play Wemby at some point. ESPN will love that. Hopefully Scoot will play. But we'll see you guys in the next Summer League recap video or podcast, whichever comes out next. So
Wemby might gain 15 pounds in 15 years too.
Peace out, guys.